polling has already begun in the 6 constituencies spread across 4 northeastern states in what is being seen as round 2 of the 9-phase Lok Sabha elections. Now, voting will be held in 1 seat each in Nagaland and Manipur and 2 seats each in Arunachal and Meghalaya. In fact, what you can see on your screens are pictures from Arunachal Pradesh as well as Manipur, where voting has just about begun this morning. Now, elections to the sole Lok Sabha seat in Mizoram, remember, have been postponed to the 11th of April following a statewide bandh called against the exercise of franchise.
हमसे तो कभी वोट दिया नहीं है, आज तक तो पहली बार आज वोट देने आया है, तो थोड़ा बहुत एक्साइट तो है। जो भी नेता शायद हमारे लिए कुछ अच्छा काम कर पाए, तो उस टाइप की नेता को अगर हम चुने और अगर उसे वोट करके जीते हैं, तो शायद वो हमारे लिए सही मायने रखे।
Lot of expectation from the MP and MLA. We need a developed nation, not a developing nation, obviously. And nation को थोड़ा change होना चाहिए rather than changing.
All right, my colleague Sandeep Hook are now joining us for more on that. Sandeep, voting has begun for those 6 Lok Sabha constituencies, but give us the big picture really from the northeast.
Well, the big picture really is that, there are some key contests here. The big picture is that, if you take all the 8 states of the Northeast region, then there are about 25 seats, and every party, whether it's the Congress or the BJP, would like to get as many as possible. If you include, of course, 14 seats of Assam, and if you include all the other Northeastern states, then there are 25 Lok Sabha seats. Traditionally, this has been a Congress stronghold, but of course, this time around, the BJP is trying to gradually position itself as the main opposition party. Right now, I am reporting to you from Shillong. That's, of course, the capital of Meghalaya. In Shillong, the key contests are between Vincent Pala, who was a former union minister, a minister of state in water resources ministry, and P.S. Sangma, really the veteran, who has once again come back to contest. Remember, in 2009, Mr. Sangma had not contested. It was his daughter who was the youngest MP, or one of the youngest MPs in Parliament. But this time around, Mr. Sangma has decided to contest once again because the Sangma family has really lost ground in Tura. That's in Garo Hills. We are, of course, coming to you from Shillong. This is the iconic Assam Club. Assam Club is nearly 120 years old. There you see people on your screens waiting patiently to cast their votes. In Shillong, of course, the issue is about development. The issue is about illegal migration, protecting the land rights of indigenous people here. These are some of the issues. Let's try and talk to somebody who is young. You are not a first-time voter. You told me you voted once before. But what are the issues here?
Issues here, mostly we've had people having lots of bans during the ILP, and many more issues, regional issues, but
a lot of buns here.
Yeah.
I mean, Shillong has witnessed a lot of buns, and especially, this feeling of insider versus outsider, or locals versus outsider. Is that is it still prevalent here? Is that the dominant theme?
It's not really a dominant theme. I think we've progressed a long way since then. But then I feel much more. It's much more better now than before.
What about the issue of development and unemployment? Is that an issue at all?
It is an issue right now, unemployment, because most of our youths, we usually go to the routes of being self-employed, but then having, it's not those time and age where we have to depend on government jobs. We have to have some private jobs, have more companies coming in. I think having an FDI coming in this side will be.
That's really interesting. FDI coming in. Okay, so there you have a young voice, Bani, who says that it's not really the time and age when you can actually depend on government to provide you jobs. Self-employment is an issue. FDI is an issue. That's really an interesting voice from a person who's waiting to cast the vote here. So as I said, the big picture, and the other, of course, the very interesting fight here, Bani, would be in Nagaland, where the sitting Chief Minister, Mr. Nephew Rio, he's perhaps the second Chief Minister after Narendra Modi, who's contesting the Lok Sabha elections. Nephew Rio in Nagaland, of course, settlement of the Naga border dispute of or the issue of autonomy of Greater Nagaland, that's the big issue there. In Manipur, insurgency is a very, very big issue. And in Arunachal, BJP is really trying hard to make inroads. Kiren Rijiju would be contesting, and border concerns with China is also the big issue. So all in all, as I said, 25 Lok Sabha seats. If you club all the northeastern states together, each party trying hard to get as many as possible, though traditionally this area has been a Congress stronghold.
Right, and if we talk, if we stay on the issue of the overall picture, Sandeep, the BJP, can the BJP really make a difference? That's something that's really talked about. Will the Modi magic really work there?
Why don't I just put it across to people here instead of me trying to answer? Will the Modi magic work here?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. As I said, that this is a traditional. What about you?
I'm not too sure, but I don't think so it's going to work here.
Okay, so let's try and talk to somebody else. Sir, आपको लगता है कि ये मोदी का हवा है यहाँ शिलांग में या नॉर्थ ईस्ट में?
मुझे लग रहा है।
लग रहा है
जी।
लग रहा है कि मोदी का हवा है।
हवा है।
यहाँ पे मतलब बीजेपी, लेकिन यहाँ पे बीजेपी तो बहुत पहले स्ट्रांग नहीं था, लेकिन आपको लगता है इस बार स्ट्रांग है?
लग रहा है।
बीजेपी का कैंडिडेट आपको मालूम है?
जी।
So, you know, you have different people, different opinion really. Some say that Modi magic may not work here. Others say that lag raha hai. So, I mean, you know, but there is definitely a buzz around the BJP for sure. I mean, you know, whether eventually this translates into votes or not is something that we'll have to wait. But there's definitely a buzz around the BJP and BJP's campaign around their prime ministerial candidate, which many would say is very presidential form of campaign. But there is a buzz that has created a buzz here too.